This is the answer key to the Module 7.2 problems. The definition of a proportion is the second one, two equivalent ratios or rates. That's what a proportion is, two equivalent ratios or rates. What is a scale drawing? It's a drawing of a real object that is proportionally smaller or larger than the real object, the second one. What is a scale? Now, it is an object that can be found in a supermarket, but the math definition of a scale describes how the dimensions in the objects compare. So like a scale on a map, let's say you have 1 inch to 10 miles. That means every inch on a map represents 10 miles in real life. Now let's practice some problems. In a repeating musical pattern, there are 56 beats and 7 measures. How many measures are there in 104 beats? So we're comparing beats to measures, so I wrote B over M, 56 beats to 7 measures. Since the question's asking how many in 104 beats, that stays on top of the beats, and I put the variable M for measures. I realized 56 times nothing that I could think of equals 104, so I had to find the unit rate of 56 over 7. You could divide 56 and 7 both by 7 to get 8 beats per measure. So now 8 times what makes 104? I divided 104 by 8, you get 13. So 8 times 13 is 104, 1 times 13 is M. So in 104 beats, there are 13 measures. So finding unit rate, help me fill out the proportion. So we're comparing chicken burritos to beef burritos. For every 4 chicken, there's 6 beef. How many chicken will there be if there are 24 beef burritos? So that 24 goes on the bottom with the burritos, the beef burritos. 6 times 4 is 24, so 4 times 4 is 16. So for every 24 beef burritos, there'll be 16 chicken burritos. So that proportion was easy to fill. Here we're comparing miles to minutes. So 3 miles to 45 minutes. How far can Miles walk in 120 minutes? 45 doesn't easily turn into 120, so I had to find the unit rate of 3 over 45. Divide them both by 3, so it becomes 1 mile takes 15 minutes. So then we multiply. 15 times 8 makes 120, so 1 times 8 is 8. So it takes 120 minutes to go 8 miles. So the drawing of the animal is 4 inches tall. If the drawing scale is 1 inch equals 15 inches, what's the actual height of the animal? I want you to remember, I wanted an example where both units were the same, but remember in a scale, the first information represents the drawing's length, and the second information represents the actual length. So I wrote the scale 1 inch over 15 inches. Since the drawing of the animal is 4 inches tall, I put that, it's the drawing's measurements, I put that on top. And the actual is on the bottom, which we're looking for. 1 times 4 is 4, so 15 times 4 is 60 inches. So the animal's actual height is 60 inches. Here, we're missing the scale of the map. All we know is that the actual distance between the two towns is 72 miles, and on the map, it's 6 inches. So to set up what a scale looks like, it's drawing over actual. So we put 6 inches on top, that's a drawing over the actual, which is 72 miles. To create the scale, I'm going to turn the top term into 1 by dividing it by 6 and the bottom term by 6. And then I get 1 inch to 12 miles. What that means is our scale is 1 inch to 12 miles, which means for every inch on the map, that represents 12 miles in real life. In the last question, here we're using the same problem, but now they want us to figure out the distance from Boston to West Qual. So the question says Liberty to West Qual, that's all the way through, is Boston is between Liberty and West Qual and is 4 inches from Liberty. That means Boston to Liberty is 4 inches. So Liberty to Boston is 4 inches. Now, here it says Liberty to West Qual is 6 inches. But what we're looking for is the distance from Boston to West Qual. So if I know Liberty to West Qual is 6 inches, and then Liberty to Boston is 4, how far on the map would Boston to West Qual be? 6 minus 4 is 2. So Boston to West Qual is 2 inches. Now I'm going to take the scale that I had figured out from the previous question, take the scale, the drawing over actual is 1 to 12. I know that the drawing distance is 2 inches, so I put that on top. 1 times 2 is 2, 12 times 2 is 24. So the actual distance is 24 miles. And that's it. If you have any questions or you want to try again, you can go back and watch this again.